So I've already done some testing with Tilta Hydra Alien Mini, and I've tested Acttion 5 Pro and also DJI Pocket 3, but this video is mostly about Acttion 5 Pro and this arm. And my conclusion is you don't need this for Action Cam because the stabilization in Action Cam is so good that this does not bring much to the table. The caveat is that I do not own ND filters for my Acttion 5, so I'm recording with auto exposure and auto shutter speed. I have shutter speed set to 100 of the second and above, so that might impact the quality of the stabilization. The stabilization is better the faster the shutter speed is. So if I would preserve 180 degrees shutter rule, the stabilization might be worse with the Action camera. But I recorded 4K 25 seconds with Smallrig and with the arm. I have found a round when I had termac, then cobblestones, and then dirt road, and that way I was able to test it in every scenario. So after this run there would be a footage with my commentary. In the commentary I say what speed I'm going, and you can see yourself and you can judge yourself if I'm right. So first there would be footage with Smallrig, small suction cup rig, and then with the arm. So the adjustment knob in the arm has like 18 turns, 18 and a half exactly. And I've been running this camera with the counterweight. This counterweight is 220 grams. And I've been running this at 12, maybe 13 turns from the minimum setting. So that was the setting of the arm, and with this setting the arm was parallel to the ground, which is suggested by the Tilta tutorial. And in my opinion, this not bring much to the stabilization of the footage. I used the Action 5 with Rocksteady Plus. I'm using Rocksteady Plus usually when I'm driving in a car or riding MTB bike or riding my scooter. And I think maybe it is a tad smoother, but actually the stabilization, electronic stabilization in the camera is so good that I don't think there is much difference with the arm. But you can judge it yourself. There would be footage with Smallrig, there would be footage with this, then both at the same time side by side, and then both zoomed in to see if there is any difference in the stabilization of the small elements like leaves and all the foliage. I've been able to find the road which is actually going near the forest and through the forest, so it's like perfect scenario to see the stabilization and to see if this brings anything, and in my opinion it doesn't. But maybe if you're riding in low light conditions, maybe this would bring something to the table. Maybe there won't be stabilization artifacts. Maybe I would test it later. But so far I've spent like 3.5 hours testing Action 5 and Pocket 3 on this arm, and everything was during the day. So I think for the Action Cam you will be better off with buying the suction cup separately. You can buy the suction cup, electronic suction cup with NATO bracket or with the multifunctional bracket for 115 bucks. And then you can buy Magic Arm. The Magic Arm from Tilta is 30 bucks. You can buy probably something else and you would have much smaller footprint than this, and also you will have more unified suction cup so you can attach more things. The ultimate kit I have is 209 bucks, and you can buy just the car set for 189 bucks, but with just the suction cup and Magic Arm you could get the set for 145. I think it doesn't bring much to the table for the Action Cam, but maybe I'm wrong. You can judge yourself watching the footage after my rant. And if you want to know more details about this, watch my first video, the first impressions, and sure, you can get away with this Smallrig contraption to mount the small action cam like Action 5 to the car, but this brings a peace of mind. This big suction cup brings peace of mind. But the caveat is that most of the modern cars got weird shapes, so it is not that easy to find a place to mount this big suction cup. Like on my bonnet, like my bonnet is sloped to the front and to the sides, so it was quite hard to find a area when I can connect this, and the area is not weirdly shaped, so I got good grip of the suction cup. So basically you are looking for the most flat area on the either on the side of the car, on top of the car, or on the bonnet, and it was not that easy to find this big area which is quite flat on the bonnet of my 18 years old car. So newer cars are even more weirdly shaped, so keep in mind that it's not that easy to connect this suction cup to the car. This one is definitely easier to connect because it's smaller, although I'm kinda nervous when riding a car with this small suction cup. Although I recorded some video with Action 5 and I spent like 2 hours riding around and it never unglued from the car, so maybe I'm exaggerating. And with Action 5 I'm using exactly this configuration, so the camera is a bit sloped to the side, so I had to compensate because the camera was offside, so I have to compensate with the angle of the camera to have more or less centered view. And I've been using this small, only this small 90 degrees connector. The suction cup is great. Actually, I haven't heard that it turned on, so first day I've been driving for more than 40 minutes definitely, and it went down to 86% and it turned on at 80. And today I've been riding for another 40, maybe even an hour, and it dropped to 94, I think. So yeah, the suction cup is great, although each time I apply the suction I clean the bonnet with the alcohol and the towel, and the suction is great. So I have also tested Pocket 3 extensively, but I haven't drawn any conclusions yet, like solid conclusions. So that would be a separate video, maybe this week Wednesday and maybe during the weekend. I don't know yet. I have to do some more testing and it depends how much time I have. But regarding this combo, check the footage and let me know in the comments if you agree that you don't need this arm for Action 5. That's it, and cheers, mate! Action 5 Pro, Rocksteady Plus, I hope, D-Lock M with shutter speed 1/100 or more. Now I have to do it the same way. So with Action 5 I can probably go, like now I'm doing 50 now, and it should be okay. $70. I'm out of bounds, so not sure how Pocket 3 would handle these turns. And I'm on auto exposure and auto white balance, and then there should be and +0 EV, which is not ideal maybe for D-Lock M, but and there should be a cross-country road and I can see a car there, so I wonder if I can turn around. No, this is the cobblestones. I was hoping for the So I'm doing 30 on the cobblestones. Now 20. Rocksteady is doing great job, I think. I know there was a I can see the country road, so the dirt road, and I will turn to the dirt road, trying not to dog the car. And now it is a dirt road. Probably this would be, oh, and I'm doing 25 here. Now 30, and it should be enough. I can turn around here. Come back to the where I started, and that way I would have different exposures. There is a biker or biking woman, I don't know. I hope the camera wouldn't fly away and hit her, him slash him. Cobblestones again. And again, normal road. I think I would switch to Hydra, then not sure. Probably will leave the Smallrig. I was doing 50 because that was the limitation. Now on the 40 here. So I'm doing 40. Now I'm doing actually 90, which is the limit here. Okay, now it is Acttion 5 or Tilta Hydra Alien Mini. Let's see. I'm not sure I would be brave enough to do 90 with this, because if this deattaches, then I'm not sure that would be any better for Acttion 5. And it was not that easy to attach because I'm doing 50, 60, so it's not that bad. I wonder about the pocket. They guarantee up to 100 kilometers, and I can see it shakes a bit. So funny thing, there is no limit here. It's 50 on a bridge. I wouldn't dare to go faster with this contraption. So we'll see. The cobblestones I was doing 30 before, and 25 to 30 on the dirt road. There are more cars, so I have to be cautious not to drop it. And 30 on the cobblestones, 25. Oh, I can see that the arm it's bouncing up and down a lot, and it it also seems to move to the sides. And I'm doing 25 on dogs. And I wonder if it's any better for Acttion 5. I don't know. We'll see. So these cobblestones and now the dirt road. I can see that. Oh, man. There are some people. I'm doing 15. They are drinking coffee, looking at my camera rig, and I'm try to do 30 here. I was doing 30 before. 25. It's not an off-road car, so I would be able to do 30 here, but not a lot of bumps here, I think, but there are some bumps. And yeah, I can see that the camera shakes to the side a bit, but it's hard to say what is the impact. And there are again cyclists. Cobblestones 30 and 50 on the bridge, because that's the limit. I'm not sure about the Pocket 3, but we'll see, DJI Care, worst case scenario. And 40 here. Okay, I'll try to do 90. It shakes a bit to the sides, like the arm is not that engaged. 90. But sometimes I can see it shakes to the sides. That's what I think is going on.